And welcome back, Warriors, and welcome to you, Clarissa. Thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure, as always.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great, other than, being cold and frozen.
Alright, welcome back. You made it back to the channel. Sol here. How you guys doing tonight? We got a lot to talk about. New hero, new armor variations, new weapons, and of course the new faction that we've all got going here. So let's just get down and dirty into it as fast as we can and try to make it as painless as possible. So first things first, they did go over a little bit about the lore, and what happens is that this new hero, her name is called Bu Yin. If I pronounce that wrong, please let me know. She was partly inspired by one of the early Chinese pirates back in the 1800s, Chang Shi. If I pronounce that wrong too, let me know, that'd be great. And so what happened was her family was lost in the Wulin War, which is obviously a travesty, and so she had to learn to fend for herself. An orphan out in the world like that, you're gonna need to learn to kill and to survive. So she picked up a crew, called it her home and her family, and now they've been sailing the seas, trying to survive out there and get a little bit of treasure while they're at it. Now Bu Yin is the leader of this faction, and so all these Outlanders, they come from different cultures, and so basically they're a bunch of mercenaries, and in the future we will be seeing a bunch of new different characters come from all around the world into this faction. So I'd say that's a really easy way for Ubisoft to add warriors from different countries and different lands, different cultures, nationalities, ethnicities, all that good stuff into this one faction. So good on them for making it so much easier instead of just making a mercenary class. And that's enough about the lore. You guys can obviously look that up when you guys have time, but most importantly, we are here for the gameplay. So first, I'm going to go over some of the moveset that he does have, and obviously he's going to have reused animations because, you know, yada yada, all that good stuff, blah blah blah. I'm not surprised. However, let's just quickly go over. He only has 2 chain light attacks. Of course, most DLC heroes only have 2 hit chains, but they can chain it to different movesets, bashes, and all that good stuff, and have infinite chain pressure. His second chain light is going to be undodgeable, and that's going to be helpful because he's going to have a chain pistol blast animation. I'm not gonna lie, this looks pretty sick. So his first neutral heavy, he is going to get a guaranteed pistol blast. Now this is just mainly for animation wise, and I think it looks really unique and really cool. And after that, he does have a chain heavy, which does have hyper armor. And so the bread and butter of Bu Yin's kit is going to be her charged heavy attacks. Now these are going to wall splat, and they're going to deal out a ton of damage and continue your chain mix-ups into another pistol blast, so you gotta be really wary of those. You can also soft feint those too, so they're gonna be really fast. Bu Yin also has a forward unblockable forward top heavy, which I think is the first of our kind, which is pretty cool. It's also soft feintable, so it's going to be a pretty good roll catcher, and it's going to be a really good OS tool to initiate offense. And let's not forget, she also has dodge attacks to you know, get away from damage, and 50/50s for another option select. These are heavy attacks though, so you will only be able to get a light attack. And the last important thing that I think I need to mention about the character is that from her neutral starter attacks, like her light attack or heavy attack, after that, she's able to dodge cancel into a dodge attack, so this is going to help her out in 4v4 modes, and I don't know if it's going to do much in 1v1s necessarily, since she doesn't have a dodge bash of any sorts from what I've seen. And so this recover cancel into an empty dodge is going to be pretty cool. I don't know really why she has it. Is she going to be a hybrid or an assassin? She kind of looks like a hybrid to me, but it seems like she gets a recover cancel on almost every single move, exactly like Orochi now. So it seems like they're giving that treatment to a lot of heroes. So after a light, she can dodge cancel. After a heavy finisher, she can dodge cancel. Like, what can't this hero do essentially? Basically, she doesn't have a neutral bash, and that's about it. So here we have another Orochi 3.0, baby, and take it as you will. Just being able to dodge cancel out of everything just makes the hero great. And what do you guys think about having this hero being able to dodge cancel out of everything? Let me know down below. And that's pretty much it for the new hero. What do you guys think of it? The moveset is pretty interesting. I like the gun mechanics. The scimitar is really shagged out. Like, I'm really interested into that. And there's a lot of cool weapon variations within her gun and her sword, which is gonna be sick. I'll show you guys that in the background. And with that being said, let's just quickly go over some of the reused animations, man. I knew they're gonna do it. I knew they were gonna do it. The first, I think I have 3 heroes that I caught that has reused animations. It's going to be Warlord's Chain Heavy Finishers, so it's gonna have that. It also has Hyper Armor too, so they probably just copy and pasted the code there. What else is there? Also Shaman's Dodge Attack. The left one looks like Shaman's Dodge Attack. I think the right one is too. Centurion's Chain Line Attacks are also in there, and it looks like he has Tiandi's guard break animation too. So I'm very sad to inform you we didn't get another ballerina hero. I feel like that'd be hilarious having another ballerina hero in the game, but alas. And then for her walk the plank move, which is her backwards heavy or like her chain heavy finishers, that is the unblockable ones. That's going to be, it looks like Peacekeeper's chain heavy finishers, which is I don't know, it looks pretty hilarious in my opinion. It looks good, but that's what it is. It is what it is. It's always a fun Easter egg, I'll tell you what, trying to figure out what reused animations they're going to be using. And now let's move on to her feats, and she will only be one gender, and that's just going to be the female gender that you guys see here. The trait is just going to be one. Unfortunately, wish we can get a male variant, but this is just how Ubisoft is rolling these days. So let's go over the feats. The feats are pretty crazy, and I'd say you guys are gonna have a really fun time trying to parry them, you filthy casuals. And Booyan's first feat is just going to be her pistol blast, and this is going to lower defense. It is a range attack, and that's pretty cool. Nothing too crazy. It's a good tier 1 in my opinion. It's gonna lower defense, and it's gonna give you a little bit of damage. It only does 10, but that's still pretty good to finish off enemies like kunai. Tier 2 is going to be a bomb. Now this doesn't seem to have fall off damage, so it's just a flat 25 damage. It's a small radius that can easily be confirmed with GB or just dodging away if you need to, but we'll have to wait and see how strong it is because the arrow strike is 45 damage and I think the radius is about the same, and it's a tier 2, so let me know your thoughts down below because I'm a little bit, I'm not sure how to feel about it. Tier 3's bullet is going to be like a blade blast, but the interesting thing is that it's going to ricochet to 3 other players if you're in the vicinity. Now this bleed is nice, it's going to proc, and it does a ton of damage. The only bad thing is that if you have a healing unit like Griffin who heals other players or just like a tier 4 or tier 3, then it's not going to be as useful, but it still does a ton of damage and it really helps out with synergy with Nobushi and Shaman, of course, because everybody wants to get that bite. The tier 4 of this hero is essentially going to be Yorm's Ragnarok, but it's ranged, and I think that's a lot stronger than Yorm's Ragnarok now. It's going to kind of outclass him in every single wave, which is why Yorm needs a rework in the first place. But I'd say overall this feat's going to be really, really good for setting up ganks. Everyone's going to fall down, and it is a range attack as well, so expect more bomb bringer moments in my opinion. This is just going to be a ton of ranged attacks on his tiers. I don't think anyone else is going to pick any other different feats in my opinion, but we'll have to see what other feats he gets when he does get released next week. Now I'm thinking about 4 Bouyans in the field just getting blasted and not being, oh my gosh, that's not gonna be fun. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's gonna be fun if you're using him, but not fun to play against. Why did they have to add more ranged attacks? I don't know, man. I don't know. But realistically, I'm not really surprised anymore, and that's fine. And the last tidbit about this hero is that she can chain these feats during her moveset. So she does like a heavy attack or a light attack, she can press like 1, 2, or 3, or 4 and use her feats in addition to that. Now, so apparently some heroes could have done this before, but most people didn't do this in the first place, and you didn't really notice it because I feel like people would do that anyways after an attack, but it looks like she actually does chain with it into her animations, and it looks pretty smooth. So after a light attack or heavy attack, she can throw out another bomb or another pistol and throw out the Ragnarok attack. So it's pretty interesting. So just expect to be bombarded by feats and bombs, all that good stuff. And that about covers it for the new pirate hero. People are just going to call her the pirate. I'm going to call her Booyan or the pirate, doesn't really matter. First, raw impressions. When I first saw her, I'd say this is every dude's, you know, wet dream if they wanted a tomboy voicing this character, because she has that tomboy voice, and I know everyone who likes short hair tomboys, they noticed it right away too. And so that's pretty cool. I think her voice actor is pretty shagadelic. We'll have to hear more of it. They should add more voice lines, man. They need to add the voice lines that banter with each other back, because For Honor needs something fresh. Just bring that back, because if they have it back in stock, saved somewhere like MP3 file format, just bring that back, please. Just bring it back. For Honor's not realistic anymore. I mean, you're getting shot at by 50 bullets with this character. Woolen's going to pretty much beat your ass like any muscular tomboy. Oh, maybe she doesn't have a shirtless version, but there is going to be tons of armor variations, and they're also going to be fixing material colors for certain heroes, because the samurai faction specifically When you added like a new material on it, the color didn't really show that well, and so they're like messing around with that, and they're going to make it look a little bit more fashionable and less saturated in certain areas depending on what you want. I think it's really cool that they're focusing on that, because Samurai was always kind of outclassed when it came to the new materials. The Knights always look the best, or heroes with like shiny plate metal. Even then, they're fixing the plate metal colors to be perhaps less saturated. I'm not sure how to explain it, but you guys can see here in the picture that it looks a little bit different. But yeah, we're getting new armor variations. Now these ones, they kind of feel like Apollyon sets, so the people who did miss Apollyon, you're going to be lucky, because these ones have like a dark undertone to them. They're very edgy, the edgelord's wet dreams, so take it as you will if you guys want that. A lot of them have like skull themed aesthetics to them, dark plated grayish colors. I kind of like it because it actually has dark undertones for the metal pieces. It looks really shiny, and I like shiny things. If I see a shiny thing, I just grab it, go under a car, grab anything shiny, and bring it to my room and share it to my, my online friends. But first impressions on the power level of this character, and it looks like she doesn't have neutral bash, so that kind of makes her weak in that regard, and she doesn't have chain heavy, variable timing heavies. So it's going to be hard to get into her mix-ups. I don't know. I'm not sure what she's going to do besides doing a light attack or heavy attack, which is kind of nice in my opinion, just because she feels like a hit to carry, but a weaker hit to carry, because hit to carry's 50-50 mix-up is pretty scary. But it looks like her 50-50 mix-up is also really cool. The damage doesn't seem that high, but it looks like her chain finisher heavy attack is going to net a lot of damage, especially if you're behind a wall. So we're gonna get another Centurion. I don't know what the balance decision behind that is. I don't think we should get another wall splat hero, but maybe we should, since we're just getting the same 50-50 Kyoshins, Black Priors light into undodgeable light into, bash heroes. This hero is kind of the same thing, but she does feel a little bit unique, especially when it comes to animations, and I think that's the key thing. We want heroes to have unique animations, and it looks like this hero does have unique animations, and I'm happy about that. She has obviously reused animations, but it is Ubisoft, and I'm not surprised anymore. They've been using it for every single hero. I literally called it that they're going to use Centurion's moveset, at least some of his moveset. I didn't think they were going to use Shaman's dodge attack or Warlord's heavies, because I feel like, I don't know, some people say there's so many ways to hold a sword, but this isn't historical, right? We're not doing HEMA here. This is like fantasy, baby. This is fantasy. There's plenty of ways to make someone hold a sword that looks super cool, fantastical, and brings more players in, because the animation looks freaking sick, okay? I don't care about historical wielding. Just look at Warden. Is that historical? No, it's not, because it's not how you wield a longsword at all. My poor Warden is getting shafted because Warmonger took his entire moveset and she just made it better. Give him a chain, give him a heavy into light combo. Give him 3-hit chains, 3-hit strings. I really think For Honor should have the next hero have 3-hit chains, because I'm tired of 2-hit chain heroes, because all of it revolves around is making the easy hero to play, and light into bash, light into unblockable, light into undodgeable, all that good stuff. Give me a hero like Raider again, man. I want where you can actually toss out 3 moves, or Griffin even. Griffin was a good hero addition to the game, and I feel like a lot of people really hate on him now, even though he's a really fun hero to play now, especially since he got nerfed to hell these days, and I feel like they really over-nerfed him in some significant ways that makes him a lot weaker. And that goes for Orochi too. Just bring his undodgeable light attack back, like seriously. Anyway, that's the end of the video. That pretty much covers all the important aspects about the video. What do you guys think of the new hero? Let me know down below, and what you guys want to see next. I'll be doing another why does someone hate this hero, blah blah blah. Let me know your thoughts down below. What hero you guys want to see down below. I appreciate all of you guys. I love you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and looking forward for the next content next week when the hero releases. Take care of yourselves. The box is going to bed now.